Hello, everyone. This is LadyDiva Washington. I'm setting up. Hope you guys. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, so while we're waiting for people to join in, I hope you guys having an amazing day on today. So I just want to tell you, can you believe that today is April 1st? Today is April 1st. It's like April Fool's Day. So let me just give you a little backstory. So my kids, I have 3 kids. My kids are 19, 18, and 16 years old. When they were in elementary, guys, I was like the biggest April Fool's prankster in my household. I really was. Okay, so when they were in elementary, I sat them down. I sat my husband down, after coming back from the doctor, and I told him, I was like, hey, the doctor told me that I was pregnant. And they were so happy. My kids was happy. My husband was like, oh, Lord, it's going to be number 4. So my son, by him being the only boy, he goes, yes, I want a brother. Like, these girls getting on my nerves. Like, I'm going to be a brother. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, April Fools. Well, yeah. So I actually tease them on that. And don't get me wrong, like over the years, they got me back. They got me back really good. And it got to the point where they're like, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore. So every year that it's April 1st, it'd be like, it's just a new month. It's just a new month. It is what it is. So with that being said, welcome guys. If you're catching this on live, you want to hashtag live. If you're catching this on replay, then comment hashtag replay and tell me where your guys tuning in from. And so I just want to get on here to tell you how my journey, like why did I become a professional organizer? So for those of you who are unaware, again, let me introduce myself. My name is LadyDiva Washington. I am a wife, a mother of 3 young adults. I am a professional organizer and founder of Lady Diva's Divine Beauty Reform. I specialize in home organization as well as church organization. So hey, pastors, man of God, evangelists, ministers, if you're in need of your church or to be organized, whether it's your fellowship hall or your the pantry or the music room or your kitchen, pastor studies, I know y'all need it. If you're in need of that, let me know. Just message me here on Facebook. So I help kings and queens with functional organization so they won't feel overwhelmed physically and their physical space as well as their mental space. So growing up, I always put all of my Barbie dolls and accessories and like items together and giving them a home because it actually made perfect sense for me, right? And so I always had a job. I always had a job at the age of 16 until the Great Recession hit, and like in 2007 through 2009. And for those of you who are unaware of what the Great Recession was, that's when the market crashed. That's when the market crashed. Okay. So my husband, he was, he's always been a self-employed worker, and I instantly became a stay-at-home mom as well as housewife. So honestly, guys, this was all new to me because I've always been independent, like always been independent. I made sure that that my family was taken care of, but as a woman, I was lost. I was at a standstill, and sad to say that I did suffer depression. But I applied at many jobs so I can be a helpmate to my husband, and of course to provide for my needs and wants. Can't forget about the wants. So as you know, I'm a diva, y'all. Like, I got to have my accessories, my clothes, my shoes. Like, you know, I was a shopaholic. I was, but I'm okay. I'm maintaining it. But yeah, so I can provide for my needs. But then when I started applying for jobs, can you believe that they told me that I was overqualified? Like, overqualified, like I never heard of it. Now I heard of lack of experiences, but overqualified, like who does that? Who does that? So sad to say, also during that time, my dog KJ passed away in my arms, which was very heartbreaking for me because he was my protector while my husband was away from work. So And I found myself just basically talking to God and asked him to guide me. And I actually tapped inside into my creativity. And I remember throwing a lot of his doggy toys away that I actually had in a crate. And a light bulb just went off. It was like, okay, I can actually turn this crate into a storage bin. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, I can actually turn this crate into a storage bin. And honestly, that was like my first crafting project. And for those of you who have been following me for a while, I actually started creating, I craft like an earring holder display. And a lot of y'all love this so much, and I actually sold a lot of it, but y'all love this so much that y'all tried to buy my display with the earring still on it. Like, y'all wanted it. I may bring that back. I don't know. I may bring that back. So going back to that, I haven't drawn, because I know how to draw. I do a lot of sketches. So I haven't drawn or written poetry since high school. Guys, I actually drew my logo. So shout out to Christ-like Designs, my graphic designer. Thank you so much for tapping into my vision and turning my sketch into life, bringing it to life. But yeah, so basically, I was so focusing on my creativity, and because it became my outlet. So I actually started volunteering for an organization for mothers and children, and I did a lot of artwork for their programs, and I also organized in their office. But what I didn't know, that God was actually preparing me to become the woman and business owner that I am today. So I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I always had an entrepreneur spirit, but I wasn't sure exactly which route to take because I have so many passions. So yes, a couple of years ago, I was into health and wellness. I was focusing on I actually became a health and wellness fitness coach after losing over 40 pounds on my lifestyle change journey. And I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to travel the world since I was younger. In my mind, I visualized traveling, but unfortunately, my parents was unable to take my sister and myself out of town, out of the state of Texas. So I actually tapped into the travel industry and became a travel ambassador, and I succeeded in that, and basically, I actually traveled like I wanted to. So I fulfilled my dreams in that. And then I had the opportunity. I always had to have a passion for fashion. I always wanted to be a model, but I was told that I was too short, I was too thick, because, your average model is pretty much like tall and skinny or whatnot. But I was told that, but just so happened I get a phone call, and it was a call back for the modeling and acting school, and I just went. They actually was looking for a little old petite me, and so I went there. I actually graduated from there. I had a lot of opportunities there. I became a spokesmodel for the Miss Teen pageant. But yeah, and I loved it. And guys, a lot of y'all don't know, I did audition for the DJ Screw movie. I auditioned. I didn't get the part, but that's okay. I overcame that. I just stuck with it because, and then 24 hours after me graduating from modeling and acting school, I get a phone call from a recruiter for me to audition for this stage play, and the cast, the production. Oh my God, it was so phenomenal. I really enjoyed working with them overall. So yeah, guys, I just want to say, I actually had a lot of passions, but I didn't know which route to fully take. So going back to when my kids were younger, during that time of my depression, I put myself last. I made sure that my children were taken care of, but my mind and my house was cluttered. It was cluttered. So once I purged all the things that no longer gives me purpose, and gave the remaining items that I actually kept a home, I just felt so relaxed and happy and at peace. Just it was like a ton of bricks just uplifted off my shoulders, like seriously. So over the years, I went back to corporate with a different mindset. I secretly was organizing for family and friends, but didn't realize that I can actually turn this into a real business. And then a pandemic hit. The pandemic hit and the world shut down. So then again, I spoke to God. I had a conversation with him, and I dig deeper, and I did a lot of soul searching on what is the number one thing that I'm passionate about. I remember, I am a huge Tyler Perry fan, and I remember watching his live or video or whatnot, that he basically said that it's okay to have multiple passions. You just want to focus on that one thing. And when you focus on that one thing and you succeed in that one thing, you can be the Jack and Jill of all trades and everything else will follow. But just focus on that one thing. So as I was doing my soul searching, it dawned on me like, I love counseling people while organizing their homes. So, with the love and support from my husband, and I'm smiling out because I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying, with his fine self. I love him. So with the love and support of my husband and my children, I launched my organizing business. And God basically gave me a name because I do believe in vision boards. I believe in vision boards so I can see it every single day, but actually I'm going to manifest it. I'm speaking into an existence. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to work towards it, right? So God gave me a name, Divine Beauty Reform. And Divine Beauty Reform, which basically means everything of God is delightful and people can change for the greater good in life. That's what Divine Beauty Reform. A lot of people is unaware my brand name. My brand name is LadyDiva Washington. Lady is how I carry myself. DIVA is an acronym which means I have a divine, inspirational, victorious attitude. And Washington is my married name. So that's why the name of the business is Lady Diva's Divine Beauty Reform. So that's basically it. I by me stepping out on faith and by me stepping outside of my comfort zone, you guys going to be hearing me saying that a lot. Step outside of your comfort zone. That's the only way you can be successful. You have to be comfortable by being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. By me doing that, a lot of opportunities that came towards my way. I really love this industry. One thing that I love about this industry is that there's no competition. We collaborate with each other. We all want each other to win. We network with each other. And I'm only focusing on organizing right now in Houston, local area and surrounding areas. But if you're following me and you're out of state, eventually I will be traveling. But as of right now, if you're out of state, trust and believe, I will be able to find organizers that's in your area that's willing to organize your home. And keep in mind that even though that we are in the same industry, we all have different. We all specialize in different things. We're all different. But yeah, I love this industry. I love the fact that we uplift each other. We all adjust our crowns because, and even if we're not in the same industry, like I just really want everybody, all God's children to win. So yeah, if you want to step outside your comfort zone, do it. Whatever it is that's burning inside of your soul. And it's just, when you get up in the morning and you're just happy to go to work and you know that you're doing good and you're walking on purpose, you want to do that. It's an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling. So, yeah. And yeah, I guess that's basically it. And I just want to thank you guys for joining because honestly, this is my first time actually publicly telling you, publicly saying why I got started on my journey. I always have one-on-one conversations with my clients and family and friends and of course, my business coach, but I just want to get on here and just tell you my journey on why I became a professional organizer. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you're catching this on replay and I'm unable to answer your questions while here on this live, I'll be sure to get back with you at my earliest convenience. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I just want to get on here and just to share my story. The story never ends. I have this bracelet, guys. Look. I don't know if you guys can see. It say my story isn't finished. And I wear it every single day because when I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, my story isn't finished. It isn't finished, and I love doing what I'm doing overall. So, with that being said, my name is LaTanya LadyDiva Washington. I am the founder and professional organizer at Lady Diva's Divine Beauty Reform. I specialize in home organization as well as church organizations. Hey, pastors, evangelists, if you need your pastor study, your fellowship hall, anywhere within the church, you need organization, let me know. Just message me here on Facebook. If you're in need of home organization, message me here on Facebook. Thanks again for joining. And then also, before I leave, I want to hear from you. What's I'm thinking about doing this every Friday. I think I like this, having the Diva's Confessions live, the live version, because I normally do the written version. But I want to hear from you. If there's a topic that you would like for me to discuss on, let me know. Message me. If should I continue doing these lives? What is it that you need from me so I can serve you? So, with that being said, guys, I got to go ahead and get some things done. But thank you guys for joining. Once again, my name is LaTanya LadyDiva Washington. If you need home organization services as well as church organization or office organization services, just message me here on Facebook. And always keep in mind, guys, that we shine together. You have a beautiful night. Take care.